hello, 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 and welcome back to the Wrapped in Scrap family. Happy New Year if I haven't said it already. And you guys know how I am. I like to just jump right on into it. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day despite all the crazy going on. And today I thought I would share with you guys my toilet balm recipe. Okay? As always, all of the stuff will be in the description box below. So let's go over what we're going to need for this. We're going to need 1 cup of baking soda. Okay. 1/4 cup of citric acid. So I keep this readily available. Tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide and 20 drops of an essential oil. Okay. These are the two that I might be going with. I haven't decided yet. So this one is, in case you're wondering, Invigorate, and then this one is Lavender. Okay. So as you know, I don't have too many visitors coming over right now. You know, we're kind of keeping our social distancing. But normally when I do have visitors, there are several things that I want to make sure is in place before they come. Now, when I say visitors, I'm not really saying family, because family to me is in a whole nother brim, you know. I feel like family should feel like they're at home when they come to my house. But if I actually have friends coming over, then I want to make sure everything is up to par, right? Even family too, but more so with friends. All right, so let me show you guys because I'm really excited. Let me lean in. I'm excited. So I've been looking for some spears and some different molds to do my bath toilet bombs and my like bath bombs with. Okay, now as you know, some of the molds online can be a little bit pricey, but look at what I found at the 99-cent store. The purple and green 99-cent store. Okay, these are used for ice cubes. They're spear ice molds. You get 2 in the box for $2.99. Okay, so these are them here, and I figured this would make a nice size bath bomb. Very nice size. But then for the toilet bombs, so I have 2 of those. For the toilet bombs, I thought I would go more with a different shape, just because. So I got the diamond shape here. Can you see that? It's a diamond shape. So this is it here. This is what I'm going to be using for our diamond bath bombs today, for our toilet. Not bath bombs, toilet bombs today. Okay? Now, let's get started. Mix baking soda. So, okay, we're going to do our baking soda first. Did I bring my measuring cup? I think I brought my measuring cups up here. Stupid. Let's see. I'm going to guesstimate a cup because I didn't bring it with me. So we're going to guesstimate a cup. This is usually about a cup, this little measuring stick here. But we're going to do 2. We're doing double. Okay? Double. How many ounces is this? 16 ounces. So then 8 ounces is a cup. Okay, so that's 2 cups right there. We're doing double the recipe. Whew, as always. Okay, so talking about toilet bombs, let's talk a little bit about them doing what they did the other day. This is the 7th or 8th. So, you know, the situation that took place on the 6th. I'm going to be real careful how I say this because I don't want YouTube giving me no issues. All I'm going to say about that whole situation is this. We'd be dead if it were us. And those of us, when I say us, know who I'm talking about. For all the rest of my wonderful family of different cultures, creeds, kinds, if you weren't European or European descent, because a lot of them never even been to Europe, then you'd probably be shot too. You would not have made it into people's offices. Let's just be clear about that. And I hope that this, and I love all people. Anyone who knows me knows that. At all. I love it all. I love people. I like human beings. Okay? But my thing is, things are not fair. Never have been. But I'm hoping that this situation will open some people's eyes and get people to look at things a little bit more seriously. Anyhow, moving on. Back to the toilet bomb. Let's go. So, 1/4 cup. It's like how many? Okay, we're guesstimating here, you guys. I'm gonna guesstimate. Usually my guesstimations are pretty good, so How many ounces is this? This is 7 ounces. All right, so we got that in there. We got the baking soda, citric acid, hydrogen peroxide. So we need 2 tablespoons of this. And I love these for, you know, when you have guests coming over and you're not sure, like, you know, just to make sure your bathroom is, you know, up to par, you want to go ahead and put this in there. Drop it into the toilet. You should have some just kind of sitting around in the bathroom already so that you can go ahead and drop it in the toilet. So we're just going to mix this up. Get it looking like it's supposed to, and then we'll put it in this mold after we throw in the essential oils. I like to do that last. Okay. Now we guesstimated on some of this, so we'll see. But this is a very inexpensive situation here to do. A very pocket happy DIY. Okay, you can get all this stuff right at the dollar store. Let's see if it holds. It does. Okay, so let's put our essential oils now. I think I'm going to go with the lavender. So if you have someone coming in, or even if you are having a party or something and one of your guests uses the bathroom and kind of leaves some remnant and they need to, you know, kind of get that taken care of before they come out, because no one wants to leave that in anyone's toilet, and they see a little sign above the toilet that says, "An emergency, please drop in toilet," with a little smiley face, it'll make them feel better. They can go ahead and just throw one in the toilet. It'll fuzz up and get all that stuff out of there. It'll smell nice. It's a win-win. It's a win-win for you and a win-win for your guests. And it's just nice to have. Also, this is a great gift. For Christmas next year, I think I'm doing all DIYs. Bath bombs, candles, all kind of stuff. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, all kind of stuff like this. It's great if you are wanting to give someone a gift that's a little bit not, you know, what they normally would get. People are tired of probably getting socks and stuff. I'm not. I love socks, but I know sometimes people are like, you know, this again, that again. With this situation, it's all good. It's all good. All right, so we got all that mixed up. Friends. All right, so we're mixing. We're mixing for the molding. I hope you guys are having a good year start. You know, I know it kind of started a little, not a little bit bumpy, very bumpy with the current situation going on with our country. It is a hot mess. Let's pray that it gets better. That was absolutely immensely ridiculous, the display of filth that we saw the other day. And yeah, I won't go back on that word, on what I just said. I think it was filthy. Absolutely filthy. Who in their right mind? That's the question. Who was in their right mind? Evidently not too many, because they went and they acted a dang fool right there on the dang steps. All right, there's one. They're still kind of coming apart a little bit. 2. Okay, let's try it with this one. I want to see what one would look like anyway, so why not? Let's see. Let's see if we can get a good mold. Ooh, look at that. Now that one stood. Look at that. Ooh, that's a big bath bomb. That's a monthly bath bomb. Like, not bath bomb, but toilet bomb. When you want to really clean your toilet, just drop this in there before you scrub it. I think this is what this is for. Alright. Look at that. Isn't that nice? With this other one. Come on, mold. Don't let me down. Alright. We're trying again. We're going to try it with the top this time. Let's see what we can do. It just does not want to stay. All right, y'all. So this is not going to work this time, but I think it's my fault. I think I messed up the recipe a little bit, just enough for it to not want to act right. So we're just going to do the big one, since this one seems to want to hold its form better. So what's great about this is it has a little air hole at the top that helps it release. So that's great. And I'm just using 1/2 because obviously both halves are just too big. So with the mold, I find that the half mold, the half circle, this comes in 2. Just using the top that has a little hole in the top works best. To do the half bombs, I think that's perfect size for a big mess in the toilet that someone can put in there. Nice fizz, you know, get things off of there. So we're going to continue on with that. As you can see, they're coming out quite decently. So all right, you guys, and so what we've done is we've finished our toilet bombs. They're sitting here in front of me. We're going to allow those to dry. But let's quickly talk about keeping our house more clean. That is what this whole situation is about. I thought I would also bring up a subject that's really near and dear to my heart, and that is keeping my floors clean. Now, they're not peachy clean all the time, but being that we're in this world of Corona right now, and it's running rampant, she has no respect for nobody. She's real disrespectful. And so I thought there's no better time to start being a shoeless household than now. Let me say that again. Never in our history have we experienced something like this. And if you want to have a cleaner home, this is going to help you do that. Okay? So I know how some people are. I know some cultures, or just some people in general, did not grow up taking their shoes off when they enter a home, or their home, or anyone else's home for that matter. So I got my fact sheet. Now, all the stuff that I talk about right now, I will be linking it down in the description box below. All the things that are on this piece of paper will be down in the description box so that you can fact check for yourself. Okay? So let's talk about this. Reasons why you should keep your shoes off when you go into someone's house. Okay? You ready? First and foremost, there will be fecal matter present on almost 98 to 100% of the bottom of your shoes. Number one, you've got feces on the bottom of your shoes. 90.99% of the time, okay? Mold can multiply and make allergies worse. So here in my house, I have really bad allergies. I would consider them being bad. And when you bring things in on your shoes, which is like 90% of the stuff from outside come in on your shoes. Okay, so it can help mold multiply and make your allergies worse. You obviously are more likely to get sick if you're bringing in all this filth on your shoes. Bacteria lives longer on the bottom of your shoes than pretty much any other surface. Why that is? Well, because we also step in grass and leaves and things like that, compost type things. And so it allows it to fester and kind of linger in longer. Also, chemicals, okay? Being a shoeless household can act, the stuff that's on the pavements outside, different chemicals, pesticides, things like that, come in on the bottom of your shoes. And when you come in your house and you walk around your house with these shoes and then you eventually take them off and your babies are crawling on the floor, you're walking around barefoot, okay? That's a problem. The bottom of your shoes are dirtier than toilet seats. That's a fact. Like I said, I will be putting all this stuff in the description box. It was just so much I had to actually print it out, okay? The bottom of your shoes are dirtier than a toilet seat. So let's say this. If you have some toddlers running around and or infants crawling around, would you pick up your infant and put your infant in a porta potty and let the infant crawl around? If the answer is no, which that would be the logical answer, then you have no business walking around your house in your shoes. Nobody does, because you bring all that filth, the feces, the mold, the allergens, the bacteria, chemicals, pesticides, the stuff from the Walmart bathroom, the stuff from the 7-Eleven bathroom, the stuff from your local grocery store, urine that the person peed on the sidewalk in, gum, all this stuff that you can't see comes in on the bottom of your shoes. And then you walk around your house and then your baby crawls on the floor and their face is what? 6 to 9 inches off the floor. They drop toys, they pick them up, they put them in their what? Their mouth. Just saying, I remember when I was in a shoeless household and my husband was working in this certain part of the base, I didn't know that he was using the bathroom at the porta potty instead of in a regular building. I didn't know anything about all of this at that point. And I could not figure out why my 2 youngest babies would always have a runny nose or always have a cold or something like that. Like it seemed like they were sick more than I was used to my other daughter being sick. It was like rare and in between when my older daughter was sick. And I kept asking, like, why are they always, I feel like I'm always at the ER with a cold or an infection, a sinus infection or something, a cough, a cold, this, that. Come to find, and then it dawned on me and I said, okay, we need to start taking our shoes off. And then I found out later that my husband would go to the bathroom in the porta potties. So you're coming home with 13 size shoes, walking around on the carpet that's been in the porta potty, which my baby, even though regardless of how many times you vacuum or carpet clean, you're not going to do it every single day. You may vacuum every day, but you're not going to carpet clean every day. And you're coming in and you're walking with your big man boots all over the house. And then the baby is crawling with their hands, their knees, their bellies. Sometimes they lay on the floor. You women who have children know what I'm talking about. The toys are down there. Everything is down there. Let's show some respect for these kids, okay? Once I figured it out, once it just dawned on me, because like I said, I didn't grow up where that was a big deal. But once it dawned on me, no shoes. Was it hard to get honey to take the shoes off? It was. Was he defiant and didn't want to do it? Yes, he was. Sorry, honey, if you're watching, but he was. But that cost him more money in the end because we were back at the ER or emergency room or urgent care getting more cold prescriptions. But eventually, he got on board. Just saying, don't think there won't be a struggle. Anyhow, moving on. Okay, so there's a 90% chance of whatever is on your shoes, they will transfer to your floors in your house. Okay? Carcinogens are at the bottom of your shoes. Yep. Carcinogens. Yes, lead. Okay. Lead. The EPA recommends that everyone takes off their shoes before entering a home because soil that contains traces of lead can be brought in. Who would have known? Okay. Now, I'm not saying all that to make you feel icky, sick, make you feel bad because you are a shoe person in your house. Now, here's my thing. Most of our house, we have tile. Back in the day when I lived alone, my floors in my house were mostly marble. We had just the bedroom and the hallway was carpeted. My daughter's room, like the main living areas were wood, marble, tile, whatever. Okay, for the most part. But I know a lot of people live in houses that as soon as you walk in, it's carpet. As soon as you come through the door, it's carpet. Now, for those of you that have that situation, you need to set up a shoe station. And what I mean by shoe station is when people come through their door, there needs to be a sign that says, hey, please remove your shoes. This is a shoeless household. I'm even considering putting some like a fact sheet. I don't have to do this right now because ain't nobody coming over right now. But a fact sheet of what I just read to you. What I just read to you, that you bringing in at least 90% chance of feces on the bottom of your shoes. You're bringing in carcinogens that have lead in it. You're bringing in pesticides. You're bringing in tar from the ground when it gets hot and those chemicals seep into the bottom of your shoes and you're bringing that into your home. You're lowering your chances of getting sick by not allowing these things in your home. And if you have allergies and you wear shoes, you better keep that Claritin and Allegra real close. Okay, so anyhow, let me not fuss anymore about that. But I say this because a lot of us grew up seeing other cultures or other families, other communities take their shoes off. And sometimes I remember being with people who laugh like, oh, look at all their shoes or sandals and shoes outside. And I just thought it was a cultural thing. I didn't understand that it was a cleanliness thing. None of the people in my family really removed their shoes. It just wasn't done. And maybe because there's too many of us or, we got a big family. But I don't know. But all I know is once I learned these principles and I understood the value, what this could do, I was more willing to go along with it. And I will say this. since we have begun taking our shoes off in our home, which has now been, I'll say maybe 4 years, my daughters have not been to the ER for a cold, a runny nose, none of that. That's all I'm going to say on that, okay? Now, ways to get people to take off their shoes when they come in. I'm old school. I don't believe in beating around the bush. I just believe in beating the bush. I'm not going to try too hard to say it too kindly. If it's a rule in my home, it's a rule in my home. I'm just going to tell you, hey, we are a shoeless household. We don't wear our shoes around in the house. Can you please remove your shoes? And here are some cozy socks. We're going to get into that right now. So ways to get people to take off their shoes if you want to be more polite. Okay? Say it with a sign. That's always nice. Make it convenient. That means have a sitting area for them to sit down to be able to take off their shoes. Okay? Have options. Okay? This is big. Have some socks or some slippers for your guests to wear. Now, we prefer to go the sock route. And for the most part, especially if it's a party or something going on, I'm getting ready to kind of change things for the party. I feel like that's kind of the only exception where you don't really want people to wear their shoes if it's a one-day event party. Now, the reason why I still make people take their shoes off when they come here, because it's normally not a party where it's like friends and family coming over. It's usually not a party where it's friends coming over. It's usually family. And family come and they spend the night. 1 night, 2 night, 3 night, however long nights they want to stay, that's how long they stay. And so I don't want people walking around the house in and out smoking cigarettes and doing all that stuff and coming in and out with their shoes. So that is why I immediately say, okay, no shoes. But if I was throwing a birthday party or a New Year's Eve party or something like that, where it was just going to be for one night, being that no carpet is downstairs aside from in the guest room, in the gym, I would go ahead and allow people to come in with their shoes on. And the reason why is because it usually that day or that event, you're trying to style and look good and your shoes match your outfit and your cute little dress with your purse and all of that type of jazz. So for that, I would make an exception and not make people take off their cute stilettos and all that stuff. But any other time, barbecues with the family, things just dealing with this family, y'all take y'all shoes off, okay? So have socks, slippers, for them. Also, be polite when you ask. Don't be disrespectful and rude. We know it's your house, but you ain't got to be ugly, okay? God don't like ugly. Leave the fact sheets of paper where everyone can see it, where they can read some of the facts, because you can't really argue with the truth. You can, but you know. Also, have some foot powder, some room spray, some foot spray, and if you don't want the person taking their shoes off, say you have someone that's coming through that does like work, who's like coming to do your pesticide spray, you know how we call it Terminex, you know how they come, they spray the outside, they spray the inside, or you're having someone come work on a washing machine, dryer, serviceman. You don't want them taking their shoes off. So you can give them some slip covers to go over their shoes, and I'll insert some pictures and leave some links on Amazon of where you can get those. If you don't want to pay that much for what it's showing on Amazon, you can always go to the 99-cent store and buy some shower caps. That's another alternative, another cheap alternative to buying the shoe covers. Okay, they come in different sizes, as you know, so that would be great. So foot spray, socks, and or slippers. And if you're going to allow your guests to take the slippers home or to take the socks home, which I like to do because I don't have guests that come all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like they're here all the time. Now, if they're a repeat offender, then I'll probably just take those slippers, put a little tag on there with their name, and put them back in the shoe closet so that the next time they come, they can put their slippers back on. But if it's someone that does not frequently visit me, it's really no point in to try to take their slippers. Let them kind of have the socks and or the slippers as a parting gift of them being obedient and taking their shoes off. Okay? So, that's that. Ways you can say it. Finish the sentence, right? I just cleaned and mopped my floor, and I'd really appreciate if you take your shoes off. That's example one. Now, I told you I'm not going to do none of this. I'm just going to say, hey, we're a shoeless household. Take your shoes off. Number 2, we just got the carpet clean and I want to keep it clean. Will you please take your shoes off? Number 3, we're trying to keep our floors cleaner from all the dirt that's coming in the house. Could you please take your shoes off? 4, trying to keep our home cleaner and healthier for our babies and kids. Can you please take your shoes off? 5, trying to avoid our baby crawling in dirt, dust, and toxins. Could you please take your shoes off? 6, we don't wear shoes in the house. Thank you. I think that one's kind of rude. They didn't finish that one. But that's some of the suggestions, okay? We know some people's feet stink and things like that, which is why I said have the sprays and things available. Now, for those of you who already know that person's feet might really kind of smell like Fritos, just give them the little slipper sock things that go over the whole shoe that you would give the work service person that comes, okay? Okay, because sometimes they could have foot fungus, or they didn't have their pedicure, or what have you. Okay, now let's go over the benefits. Benefits. We love a good benefit. Okay, the floors don't need to be swept or mopped as much, and my rug avoids lots of dirt stains. Okay, so those are the things. Lastly, let's remember this. You are the boss of your home. That is your domain. Now, how someone else wants to live when you go to their home, if they're cool with you walking around all over their carpets with no shoes, that's their business. Me personally, I'm not even cool walking. As soon as I feel carpet under my feet, I'm not cool with it. I don't like it because I don't do it at home. And if I don't do it at home, I don't really want to do it in your home. I would prefer to take my shoes off in your house. Just for the simple fact, I feel like when I'm walking on your carpet, because it's, I just don't like it. I don't like it. And you're the leader in your home. If you set these rules and boundaries for others to follow, if they respect your home and they want to come in, they'll take off their shoes and or put a shoe covering over it. If they don't want to do neither, whichever, maybe they don't need to be coming to visit you. Because guess what? When you go to their house, you better believe there's rules. You can't just get up and go walk into their house and go straight to their refrigerator and start opening cabinets and refrigerators and canisters and put a pot of water on the stove and start boiling you some soup. It may not be the same boundary. It may not be the same thing, like actual issue that they want you to abide by. But there is something that they do that you may not want to abide by either, but because you respect their household and their household rules, then you will do so. That goes for all places of fellowship, whether you're in the church, whether you at the mall, it don't matter where you go. There's certain rules that you have to comply with. There should be no different when someone comes into your home. It took me a long time because I don't like saying no. I feel like I'm a nice person. And I just hate to tell people, oh, please take your shoes off, or would you mind taking your shoes off, and all that type of stuff. And I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? This is my home. This is my home. I'm the one that have to clean it. I'm the one that have to make sure my kids stay safe and healthy. I'm the one that walks across these floors every day. They're just going to come and visit and then go home to their home. Now, how they want to live at their home is their business. But up here, up in here, guess what? We taking our shoes off. And that's just what it is. Okay? So, hope you've learned something. Like I said, I will leave everything that I have on here backed up by university studies and doctors and scientists and all of that good jazz. I will leave it down in the description box below so you can see I am not jiving you. That shocked me when I read that 90 to 100% of everyone's shoe has feces on it. Bird feces, dog feces, human urine, animal urine, all kind of nastiness. And then you come and walk around all on your floor. And especially right now, with Corona out and about, Corona just out there. She out there, honey. She's stroking, backstroking, and swimming to the side, to the front. She treading water. She's doing all this stuff all on the bottom of y'all's shoes. I wonder how many people got coronavirus on the bottom of their shoe and then come home and walk across their floor, and then their babies end up getting it because it's on the bottom of their floor. Just saying. People, when you know better, you do better. Now, if you just finished watching this video, you've been enlightened. If you did not know better, now you do. So now you have to do better. And if you don't, it's going to, at least, I think it will bother some. And again, let me say, I'm not throwing any shade. I'm not saying if you don't take your shoes off, you're dirty and all that. I'm saying that there is dirt outside. Let's stick with the facts. The facts is you're outside. You're in gas station bathrooms. You're pumping gas at the gas tank. You're doing all this stuff that can bring filth into your domain, into your dwelling. Let's eliminate that with taking our shoes off at the door. Set up a little station, a little chair, shoe rack, socks, foot spray, just the basics, you know. And every once in a while, I'll go in there with some Lysol and I'll spray the bottom of the shoes. I know that some people say that's overkill. Whatever. Nothing is overkill to me right now with Corona out and about. Okay? Just think of it as a mask for your house, for you to take your shoes off. That's a mask for your house. Okay? All right. So I hope you guys had a good time with me today. I've always enjoyed being with you. And we did our toilet bombs. Talk about Trump is a toilet bomb, but in the reverse. He's a hot mess. I can't believe what's going on with our country right now. I can, but I can't. You know, it's like we did our toilet bombs. We're allowing them to dry. They're just now starting to hard up. As you can see, here's one. Here's one of them. So they're going to dry. That one's still soft. Some are starting to harden up. And we're going to let them dry, and then we're going to try one out. We're going to try one out, okay? So I hope all is well. Hope you guys are doing great. That is it, you guys. Man, this has been quite a week. I'm telling you, between the country business and the church as a whole business, I am so exhausted. I am so exhausted and disappointed with some of the choices that have been made when it comes to the government and when it comes to the house of worship as a whole. I'm not talking about any particular church. I'm talking about the church as a whole. Okay? It's just been tough. This year's been tough for me. And I've been trying real hard to hold my mule, if some of y'all know what that means. And I don't know. The mule might just get let go soon because I'm just getting darn tired of it. I'm tired of the foolishness. All right, you guys. I'm going to say goodbye right here. I went on a full, complete rant that I'll probably air later. So you guys stay wrapped in scraps. Stay loving you. Stay loving God. Stay loving life. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.